In Google Spreadsheet 3, Collaborate and Share, we'll cover some other features of collaboration and sharing beyond what is standard for any other Google Doc. We're looking at the same document that we've been working on in this series of tutorials, and I've added an editor to this document by clicking on sharing and adding that person as an editor. So you can see that I have Allison Malika and A Malika in here. I'm A Malika and the other editor is Allison Malika. And that person is pink and I'm green. Google has a nice, so both of these people are in the document right now. And let's say that Allison goes into cell B3. I'm going to see that in pink. So Google has something built in, obviously, so I can tell that she's in that cell, and I'm not going to jump right in to edit that while she's doing that. There's also a comment indicator that, so every time you leave a comment in a cell, so if I click on Insert Comment, let's go to the one that's too big. So I'm going to click on 16 girls and click on Insert Comment, and I'm going to say we should move some of these girls to Marcos. And then there's a comment. Now every time there's a comment in a cell, there'll be an indicator. A little orange tag in the top corner of the cell indicates that there's a comment attached to the cell, which is a great way for collaborators in a spreadsheet to annotate something that might be in there. The other thing you can do with a spreadsheet in collaboration mode is do sheet level permissions. And we have made several sheets in this workbook, and a collaborative workbook allows you to have individual worksheets that are restricted for editing. So if I have, I want the secretary or at one school to be able to edit the K4 worksheet and the secretary at the other school to edit that worksheet. Or let's say I have a team that's working at different schools to put together a training. I want that team from each individual school to edit their worksheets, but not every worksheet. How do I do this? I'm going to click on, let's say 5 through 8, and click on Protect Sheet. And it says who is allowed to edit this sheet, and I can choose anyone, only me, or me and somebody else. So if you have 10 collaborators and you just want to share the sheet settings with one for editing, you can do that. The other thing you can do is set up notification rules, which is handy. So if you want to know whether or not a change has been made to your sheet, you just go to Tools and choose Notification Rules. And when you do that, you can change the notification settings. Notify me at my email when any changes are made or when anything on this sheet is made. So maybe it's only one sheet you need to know about, or any of these cells are changed. So you can really get down to the nitty gritty and ask for an email alert when a specific thing on the spreadsheet has changed. And if you have people who are capable of adding or removing collaborators, you can check that box as well. A user submits a form. When we get into forms, this is going to be a really helpful tool. So if you have a form that people fill out and the data goes into a spreadsheet, every time that they submit, you'll get an email alert that somebody else has filled out that form. And then you can choose how you get the information. Do you want to know right away, or do you want to get a daily digest summary? So what we covered in this tutorial was the basic collaboration and sharing settings. You already know how to share a document with somebody. When you're both in the document, the cell that the collaborator is in is outlined in the same color of their editing color presence. And if somebody leaves a comment in the cell, there'll be a tag in the top right-hand corner. You can also permission sheets based on collaborators. So just because they are a collaborator on the workbook itself, you can limit collaboration on a specific spreadsheet to just two or three people, however you choose. So that's it for basic collaboration and sharing in a spreadsheet. I hope you find some great uses for this tool in your school and in your classroom.